Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Well, we are here at the Durban Summer Souk live, and I must tell you, it is jam-packed here with people walking around, eating, just having fun, and families. Really good to see all that, Faisal.
Alhamdulillah, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Amazing, amazing.
And, every year just seems to get better and better and better. And this year, the Pearl Edition, 30 years, just absolutely stunning. So if you haven't heard good things about it yet, I'm sure you are going to, but get on down here because it is just incredible here at the Durban Summer Souk.
Buddy, walking down the aisles of you just see these people just gathering around in the center, having met for I don't know after how many years.
Yeah,
and it's amazing. Every turn you take, there's somebody hugging each other. Oh my God, absolutely, for so long, etc. And I'm tempted to tell them, you know what? Meet your family.
Yep.
Just go to the side so you can walk past it.
Of course.
But it's all part of the fun. So let it happen.
Absolutely. Well, if you visit in Durban, a warm Al Ansar welcome. Stay safe. Do enjoy all the shows with us live right from the Durban Summer Souk. Come on down to the Durban Summer Souk as well. Come up to the Crafter. You meet all your favorite presenters there. So welcome to all the visitors. And of course, welcome to our locals as well. The WhatsApp into the studio, 060-9041-056. That's 060-9041-056. That's the WhatsApp line into the studio. And tonight on Echoes of the Casbah, well, let me just tell you first, in the heart of Durban's Grey Street Casbah, December was more than a season. It was a celebration of prayer and of shopping. Christmas lights shimmered above sari shops, while wedding sounds echoed through the alleys. New Year's prayers rose from the mosques, the temples, the churches, blending into one heartbeat of community pride. Well, from Casbah lights to wedding nights, tradition, faith, and festivity unite. This was the spirit of Grey Street Casbah, a tapestry of joy woven within every step. Faisal, December. Something special in the Casbah, isn't it?
Absolutely. Really special. I mean, if you look at the Grey Street,
yes,
Christmas holidays was like a vibrant blend of faith, festivity, community life, bustling bazaars, joyous weddings, religious observances, and endless entertainment.
Amazing.
And you remember how we looked forward to those, as we call it, Christmas lights.
Yes.
Those fancy lights, the decorations. Yes. And everywhere was busy, busy, busy. I mean, we speak of Grey Street, we speak of Queen Street. It was just busting.
Absolutely.
Really, it was amazing.
Absolutely.
The atmosphere was something else.
Well, in the Grey Street Casbah of Durban, Christmas holidays was a vibrant blend of faith, festivity, and of course, community life, marked by bustling bazaars, joyous weddings, religious observations, and of course, endless entertainment. The one thing that pops up all the time, Faisal, is weddings. That 15th, 16th of December, famous for weddings.
Yes, absolutely.
26th of December, Boxing Day as we knew it.
Somehow we missed the 25th.
Yes. Yeah. Somehow you missed the 25th.
Yeah.
But weddings played an important part. But I think more importantly is that we would like to know from Hugh, sitting out there, listening to the show, what was special about December in the Casbah, if you lived in the Casbah? Is there anything in particular that your family did? Is there anything in particular that you did with your friends? We'd like to hear from you. You can either call us on 0861-904-904, or you can WhatsApp and we'll read it out at 060-904-1056.
Now, what was there something special that you did in this Christmas holidays, in the December holidays?
Yes. I was going to ask before that question, Faisal, when did it actually start? Was it like the day after Breaking Up Day that we felt that we were into this holiday period now?
As scholars, as students, the minute schools closed, the holidays started.
Absolutely.
For the business people, the minute they went on holiday, many of them did not go on holiday.
Yes, they didn't.
This was that was time for shopping, for them to work.
But the shop, if they didn't close or go on holiday, they amped up things.
Yes. But from the 16th.
Yes, that's right.
From the 16th of December.
Yes.
At that time, I think they were quite strict on not opening your shops.
That's right. Yes.
Not opening on the public holidays.
From the 16th onwards.
From that day,
it
started.
And then the one thing, Faisal, that was peculiar with that time as well, as I said, the shops ramped up things, was they hired more
staff. They hired more staff. They did up the windows, the shop, the shop fronts.
Yes, they did that up.
They did it up. And I remember, those fancy stuff on the window. Yes.
Remember the windows had those silver things and gold. I can't think of the name now, what they call it.
Yeah,
but they were
decoration kind of things.
Just gave it a whole
little
festivity.
cotton wool kind of things.
Absolutely.
I can picture it right now. Yeah.
But for me, if you ask me the question, when did it was post 16.
Yes.
It was when I saw the guy selling mealies on the street. It's when I saw the guy selling lychees on the corner of Bond Street and Grey Street across the road from Patel's.
Yes.
And I think they still stand there and sell
I'm not
lychees
sure.
there as well.
I think so, yeah.
But they would sell lychees. Then the pavements would get a little bit extra busy now.
Very much extra busy. And the noise, the walk inside, walk in, all the shopkeepers outside calling you in.
And that was during the day, okay?
Yes.
And then things started fairly early in the morning as schoolboys, we went out at 8 o'clock. But by 9 o'clock, we'd come downstairs and you could feel that it was slightly busier than normal.
Unless some of us had a job,
Excuse me.
vacation job.
Absolutely.
So we were going early. But other than that, you come down and it starts early. And there's that atmosphere which you can't describe.
And then you would find out where your friends are working.
Yes.
Because you didn't really know, but you'd find out, hey, Imtiaz is there, he's working for Ginger Bhagwandas.
Yes, yeah.
Faisal's working here, you working there. And then you sort of now had to readjust your social time.
Yes.
Because it wasn't now just any time we're going to meet. It was like we're going to meet probably at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock when you finish.
Standing downstairs the mosque or standing downstairs Queen Street.
Yeah. And you told him a lot of time when you car graphics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what actually, you had a job, we said, during the school holidays?
I used to help
your dad.
my uncle.
Oh, your uncle. That's right.
Yeah, my cousins, they had a stall in the market.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a job.
Yes,
yes. Maybe what you're trying to tell me, you weren't getting paid.
I'm not going to go there.
Because you were working.
But because it's family, you got more than paid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I had a job, as I told you before, I worked for Scott's.
Yes.
And I was quite lucky because, again, being a white company, they were, and in West Street, they were like, you had to open at 8 and you had to close at 12.
At 12, yes.
So when I would get home at like 10 past 12, because I would walk through, my friends are still going to be working till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Grey Street.
Absolutely.
But it was that buzz. It was that whole feeling of meeting up with people. And that wasn't unusual in the Casbah on a Saturday. But December was special because everybody then, Faisal, they didn't have macro.
No.
They didn't have the hyper. They didn't have gateway. You had to come through town into West Street to do your shopping.
Yes.
So that made Grey Street, Victoria Street, Prince Edward Street all the more busier than normal. So, we'd like to hear from you out there if you remember something special. Did you, what did you do during that Christmas holidays or that December holidays? And then it was another thing, Faisal, that, it was a religious observance for many faiths.
Yes.
In Islam, obviously, it was our norm. In the temples, the Hindus would have something in particular. And as we know, in the Catholic faith with the Emmanuel Cathedral, it was the big Christmas celebration that would come by. And it was amazing, Faisal, because nobody was uneasy with any type of religious. We all were tolerant, respectful, and we sort of respected and greeted everybody Merry Christmas.
You remember, or even as a scholar, just going to these bazaars, bazaars, pain bells, etc. During this period, and hoping somebody's going to buy a lucky dip but not take the ride so you can grab it. You remember that?
Faisal, that's right. Oh man, you're quite right. I used to go with my mom to buy my lucky dip.
Yes,
and I would walk through town into OK Bazaar.
Yeah.
So there were 3 places that I remember: Payne Brothers,
Green Acres, and OK Bazaar.
I thought it was Hub, but it could be right. Green Acres. You're right. Green Acres and OK Bazaar.
Yes.
Those were the 3 things. And then
Hub also had a good lucky dip.
You're right.
They had a good lucky dip. In fact, they had good toys in there. But I don't think at all times they had the little ride that goes.
Yes. But that ride was special.
Yeah, you see, I used to tell my mom.
Yeah.
I tell my mom, if you buy me the ride, I'll get a free lucky dip.
Okay. So I'm not the only one that loved that ride. So I remember a ride once was on a small train, and there was once on a rocket.
On a rocket.
Yes, you remember that?
I can
you would
remember
sit in that rocket and they would shake. But the train thing, Faisal, because I would jump in the train in one space and then the train would leave. And it probably went like 20 meters.
Yes.
And then your parents or whoever you were with would walk down to the end. But you remember that feel of coming out and you couldn't find your mom?
Oh, that was frightening.
And it was 20 meters away. And we would come on, we couldn't. But then again, you'd get your lucky dip.
Mhm.
And the main thing is you want to go home and open that
it,
lucky dip.
yeah.
And quite often, Faisal, we were hit with disappointment.
Yes.
Because there was like a coloring book,
One Ludo, snake and ladders.
four crayons,
Yeah.
a Ludo, a snake and ladders, and like,
Sometimes a little of that
man.
sweet. What sweet? I can't.
yeah. And then you would look inside hoping there would be
Something else. Yeah.
And that was it. So the lucky dip was a bit of a rip-off, but it was just the excitement
Yes.
of
definitely.
going there, standing in the queue, taking the lucky dip. Now, Faisal, here's the thing. Did you ever take a photo with Father Christmas? Come on, Faisal.
Yes, of course.
Of course. I got my photo. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
I posted on Facebook.
No.
I'm sitting there with Father Christmas.
No.
That was all part of the fun of that
festivities.
time. It was
And
like,
also at that time, we were not off with our religious
oh,
conviction, obligation.
the
So-
point, we were so
Yeah.
tolerant of everything.
Yes.
We knew that Christmas was an important event in the Catholic faith.
Yes.
We respected that.
Mhm.
We respected that.
Yes, definitely.
The Christians knew
It was
Eid
important.
was
for us.
important.
Yes.
They respected that.
Mhm.
We knew Diwali was important.
Yeah.
We all respected that. That was something
Mhm. We
unique back in
respected
the
all
day.
religions and all faiths. Yeah, that particular time.
Tell us about food during that time, Faisal. Lots of takeaways and this and that. Were you still going to? Well, let me just tell our listeners. Faisal and I had dinner tonight together,
Okay.
and we were served this beans curry
Oh,
and
wow.
potatoes.
What a bean.
And I said to Faisal, and the person that put the beans curry in front of us said to me, Casbah food.
Casbah
And I
food.
looked at her and I thought, I wonder if she knows what she's talking about. When I
Yeah.
tasted it,
Oh,
first thing I said to Faisal was, this comes from
Cathedral Road.
Cathedral Road where?
Manjra.
Manjaras.
Yes.
And guess what? It was made by Manjaras.
Yes, absolutely.
So that taste
I
just sort of
noticed.
hit us back.
You didn't touch the butter chicken.
No,
You didn't.
no.
Yeah, at least I tasted it.
I had two
But the-
helpings of the beans
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
potato.
Yeah.
And I know Farana sitting at home is going to probably say, 2 helpings? He doesn't have that at home of beans.
You think too? I was observing you, and I think it was much more than two. Eh? You told me just think a bit more
you know
gravy,
what?
but I can see much more than two. But
It
anyway,
was.
we won't talk about it.
It was
Yeah,
delicious. It
it
was
was very
absolutely
nice.
delicious. But coming back to that, do you remember the activity during December with Victory Lounge, Patel's, Manjaras? It was extra busy.
It was buzzing.
Yes,
People used to buy a lot of sweetmeats as well.
yes,
No, it was buzzing, undoubtedly.
absolutely.
But you know, the one thing that I remember year in, year out, when it comes to December vacation, we used to have this more than extended family outing.
yes,
It was a sort of a picnic that you go to.
that's right.
And,
Yes.
you know, you got, I use the word extendable a couple of times because almost everybody attended this particular picnic. And of course, you never got a spot on the beach.
Nope.
So it was a big moment because you're going slightly out of town.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we never went to the parks.
No.
Okay. But now you're going to one of the dams or something, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, the way you went, they had some open vans and all the children got onto it and some adults as well. I mean, everybody had, there was a limited supply of vehicles,
Absolutely.
but that camaraderie was great.
But there had to be a space for the pot of biryani.
Oh no, the pot of acne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and some other.
Or tin fish curry.
No, no,
Remember
no, no, no.
tin-
It's a pot of acne. And
acne.
our speciality was they make something which we call dokra. It's a
Oh, yep,
stuff.
yep.
It's a stuff with lots of vegetables and
yep,
some
yep.
sort of
There
flour.
had to be
at the end.
place for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
then
to
you
be
had to-
kept in a good place so it
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
spill or what
Yeah.
have you.
And then when you reach your destination, you had that one uncle who became the foreman. He told you, right, what to
Yeah.
place, where to
He
place,
would
where
say,
to sit,
put,
how to
put the
sit.
pots there.
Yeah.
You go there.
And you said, yeah,
Go
yeah.
to the car, get this here. And you
Yep.
just sort of went. But we were knowing that we would have a good, safe, fun day.
Yes, it was. Yes, you know.
I
you-
can't
and for
remember.
some reason, I don't think, you know, now when we go, every one of us have got our own chairs, foldable
Yeah.
chairs.
No,
That time, all
Sat
the
on the
aunties and
floor.
all just hit the
Blanket.
floor. Only hit the
you
blanket.
put a goodri
Yeah,
or
no,
something.
yes, you hit it on the floor. And it used to be fun, absolute fun.
And I was just saying that the one thing I don't ever remember was any incident.
No.
You know,
Alhamdulillah.
where somebody else came there and said, "Oh, we want to have something to eat as well."
Yeah.
Nobody did that.
No, nothing.
No,
nothing.
everybody was respectful of everybody, and that
It
was
was-
so
It
good.
was, it was absolute fun.
Also, during that time, December, it starts to get a bit more. Well, it doesn't start to get a bit more. It starts to get hot, humid. So
Yes.
the evenings were not like winter evenings where 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you were in and
No,
you
no.
never came out. The
No.
evenings or the day, let's put the
Yeah.
day in inverted commas, got extended to about 10 o'clock that night.
It did. And then you had good company.
You were standing
Yeah.
downstairs.
Also, you had good company with the easels.
Oh, the easels.
Yeah. No, but it
then
was fun. Yeah.
Certain tea rooms stayed open later.
Yeah. Till about 10 o'clock.
There was, Avalon Tea Room stayed open until the last movie came out.
Yes. Yes.
So there was Avalon Tea Room.
Yeah.
There was Casella's
Yes, it does. Yeah.
in Victoria Street.
Yes.
There was Danji's on the corner, stayed open.
Yes.
Victory Lounge stayed open a little bit late as well. So you could sort of stand around those corners.
Yes. Yes.
Hansa's were open till 2 in the morning.
Yes. So there was this atmosphere there.
Yes.
And now you're not going to school tomorrow.
No.
It was like you're at ease.
It's a wonderful feeling, Faisal.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I went to Good Hope Center day before yesterday. I Christmas Eve, I thought to myself, I'm going to drive down to Queen Street and go and stand on that corner that we used to stand, and you used to stand with us as well. And stand on that corner and just sort of stand there, make my presence there.
Didn't get
So I
mugged?
got there, not really.
Okay.
No, it didn't look dangerous. No, it didn't look dangerous at all. Basil, it looked and was filthy.
Yeah.
I can't explain what I mean. From the time I jumped out the car on the road, it looked as if, when they collect the garbage,
Yeah. And they,
garbage fell on the floor
Yes,
and they
yes.
just left it.
Yes.
I mean, there's no excuse for that. The council has no excuse.
Yes.
I want these guys that collect garbage to get paid well,
Yes.
and I want them to do their job.
Yes.
If something
Definitely.
falls,
Mhm.
go back and pick it up.
Mhm.
That's your job.
Surprisingly, 2 Saturdays ago, I went to Prince Edward Street.
Yes.
The area where I grew up.
Yes.
And I sat there for about 5 or 10 minutes. There was a little sort of a ledge and
Yeah.
the windows look at it
Yeah.
in one of the
Where
buildings.
you
one of the
stood
stuff
on.
is still there.
Yeah.
When I tried to sit on that, and I was like appalled at the deterioration of the area. At one stage, we used to go and sit there. Friends used to be there. People used to be friendly.
Yeah.
The ball used to be bouncing. But this was like something else, man.
Basil, we could sit on the floor.
Yes.
I'm not just
But
saying
we
this.
used to.
I'm not saying this as a manner of speech.
No.
We used to sit on the floor. So in Good Hope
Yeah.
Center outside,
Yeah.
on 2 sides, there's a pillar. Big
Yes.
pillar.
Yes. Another
Okay, now they got like some of a mesh in front of that pillar. But I used to stand. If you came down early, you would lean against that pillar
Yes.
and sort of wait for the guys to come down.
Yeah.
I promise you today, I wouldn't stand near that pillar.
Mhm.
Don't even talk about leaning on that pillar.
No. You'll mess your
The
clothes up.
floor leading into Good Hope Center was untidy. The place just didn't look. And look, I must apologize because I do know of some people still living there that I remember from back
Yeah.
in the day. However, there's a big change in the people that are living there now. So
Definitely.
I'm sure maybe upstairs it's okay, but downstairs definitely not. So I stood there and I'm thinking to myself, I want to picture 10 or 12, 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds standing there now. I can't see that
No,
happening.
that's not going to happen.
In fact, I didn't see anybody
No,
like that standing there.
That's not gonna
Yet
happen.
we used to spend our entire holidays
Holiday, they're staying there.
standing downstairs,
And when you went home,
talking, kicking that ball.
when you went upstairs, you look forward to coming back down.
And we used to have our friends. I remember my friend Shah Khan, he used to be standing with us. They don't stay there, but they would come down,
Yeah.
hang about with us,
Yeah.
go upstairs, come downstairs. So I started taking some video, and then a security guard walked up to me and he said to me, excuse me, what are you doing? I said to him, my friend, relax. I lived here for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Just relax. And I think he could see I was
Serious.
genuine and I
Yeah.
was serious, but I was also like, don't come into my space.
I'm a black belt.
Not really, but I mean,
I'm just
and then he
joking.
just said to me, okay, no, carry on. And then I took some video footage. And I don't know why I went down there. I think the same reason you went down to Prince Edward Street,
Yeah.
just to connect.
Exactly.
And you know what I left there? I don't know if you had that empty feeling in your stomach.
Worse than.
Empty? Well,
I
thank
was
you very much.
actually
I
disappointed.
was gonna say maybe worse, an empty feeling in my soul.
When I sat there, you reminisce about the past.
Yeah.
You think of all your friends,
That's what I went there
and
for.
many of them are not there
Are
anymore.
not there.
You'll be
I wanted to
surprised.
stand on that place where Jerry used to stand.
Yeah.
My friends that are not our friends
Yeah.
are not there. But oh man, I wouldn't want to stand there now.
I actually remembered, I was close to a particular But we used to have these little meters where you
Yes,
parking meters. They don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
But it was close to a pillar, and I remember that thing very well because we were playing ball, and one of my friends got injured there.
Yeah. This is in Prince Edward Street. Yes, I know the pillars. I know those ones.
Yeah,
an overhang
yes,
of the building above.
And I just saw that, and that whole incident played in my mind.
Yeah.
And you sort of close to shedding a tear or two.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Actually, you're close to shedding a tear or two.
Okay,
Sorry?
absolutely. Well, we're talking about Casbah, and I think Faisal and I are gone a little bit sentimental now, but you can understand what we actually mean about this. This is how real it is on the ground for us. This is not some sort of place where we sort of heard about or read about. We lived through living in the Casbah. And as you can understand, as I said, lots of people still living there, and with no disrespect to them, but, we know what it was. And I think you'll agree with us. We know what it was, and what it is now. It's just lost that whole soul. That whole space downstairs where Hansas used to be. I don't know what could have changed, but it seems to be that the life is not there anymore.
The life is not there. It's the people that make a place.
Yeah.
If those people are not there, like coincidentally, the security guard came to me. Why are you lurking outside the shop? And I was sort of sitting on that little pillar there. I said, "Look, I'm sorry." And then I tried to explain to him the story,
Yeah.
And he listened to me.
Oh, yeah.
He actually listened to me, and then he says, "No, in fact, he brought a chair out for me." I said, "No, I don't want a chair, thank you."
And then, yesterday I was walking around in Gateway, Fran and I, we bumped into Faisal Khan.
Yes.
Faisal's his father had a fabric shop across the road, Milo.
Yes.
Uncle Milo and Faisal from Good Hope Center. And I bumped into his mum and his sisters.
Okay.
And it was so good to see them, hold them, hug them. And they were really happy to see me as well.
Yep, absolutely.
And when you see that, they asked me like, when last I went to Good Hope Center, and I had to tell them. And it was just like, oh man, it was just bad news. But we're talking about town during December. And Faisal, we got some messages. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Ahmed says, lucky to bet game stores too. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Wa alaikum salam.
That's right, yeah. Game came in a bit later on. Because where game was Payne Brothers.
Yes.
And then became Greatermans.
Yes.
Then Game.
Yep. And now
there's window shopping with friends and family, no burglar guards or shutter doors, safe and super clean streets. No stores on the pavement. It was an absolute pleasure to walk around safely. It comes from our brother MH Osman, I think it is.
Assalamu alaikum, my beloved brothers, Buddy and Faisal, and the Tech Ground Baking Show. The shops on the 24th December should close about 9 to 9:30 in the night.
Right.
The Grey Street was a hub of activities. Those were the best days. We stayed in Victoria Street. This comes from Abdul Khalik.
Abdul Khalik, my brother, I'm sure you know exactly what we're talking about when we're saying all these things. Another message comes, it says, on New Year's Eve, walk to the Snake Park Beach and then come down West Street, window shopping, come home between 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Very safe. What's the menu there?
Sausages and beans is the best.
And that comes from brother Junaid.
Okay.
Another message says, salams, how are you guys? Well, alhamdulillah, we are good. Walaikum salam. Juma Mubarak to you as well. The holidays were lovely. Went and spent time with our cousin's place and family and friends. Getting together, my cousin went to the zoo to see the Big Five. Okay, so they were probably out somewhere. This comes from brother Muhammad Assad from Reservoir Hill. So if you are out with your family, my brother, please do stay safe because, enjoy the family time as well. Faisal, indeed, people talk about food, and I'm sure we can reminisce about that as well.
Yes,
but we are on Echoes of the Casbah. It's a little bit later tonight, but nonetheless, it is 4 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's Faisal, MJ Suleiman, myself, Buddy Governor. We'll be back after a very short break. This is Al Ansar.
Plan your dream holiday with the specialist World of Travel, as we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah. We also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20888877 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
You know what really gets under my skin? When my cake or icing just doesn't come out right. It's such a bummer. But I found this incredible margarine called Wooden Spoon, and it's been a total lifesaver for my baking adventures. It makes my icing turn out just perfect every time. When I whip up something with Wooden Spoon, I feel like a master baker. Seriously, my cakes have never looked better. The secret? Wooden Spoon margarine. It's like the magic ingredient for nailing those perfect bakes. And guess what? It's even endorsed by the South African Bakers Guild Association. Just another quality product from the Willowton Group.
Canute Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strata Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت.
Canute Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strata Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
Craving bold flavors with a twist? Strata Street Food, where neon lights meets delicious bites. From sizzling burgers and crispy Korean wings, cheesy pizzas, and golden nachos, every bite is a journey. Don't miss our famous Tremazzini sandwiches. Bring your appetite and your squad and swing by Strata Street Food, where every meal feels like a celebration.
And don't forget to tell Mommy and Daddy to take you to Capino for the yummiest ice cream and a whole candy wonderland.
Strata Street Food. Taste the vibe. Taste the tradition.
Radio Al Ansar, Durban, 90.4 FM. Peter Maritzburg, 105.6 FM.
If you're good to those who are good to you, what good are you for your people? It's not who you are.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Echoes of the Casbah. We are live from the Durban Summer Souk, and it's all happening here, Faisal. No doubt this is one of the biggest attractions in Durban at the moment.
Yes, at the Durban Exhibition Center.
Yes.
And if you're not here, then you're really missing out. But don't stress. Don't just relax.
Yeah.
We still have another 10 days to go.
And we're going on till the 4th, are we?
Till the 4th of
Because
January.
normally we'd be like on 31st, was it? Or 1st? Yes, that's right. Well, we're going on till the 4th, so you can come out here.
Yeah.
There's some amazing things. The food is
all
absolutely spectacular.
All happening. Variety of stalls.
Yeah.
You know, we've got the largest food court in KZN. With the variety that's...
You know, standing on the top, looking down over all the exhibits, it's a spectacular... I posted it on my Facebook page and I couldn't really...
How's the lighting on
unbelievable. Really, really good. So, come in. Air conditioners are working great. Everything is good. So, you'll really find... And if you can't find something that you like here, then definitely something's amiss. We're talking about December, Christmas holidays or school holidays or holidays during the Casbah time. Now, Faisal, let's move on to the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get married during Christmas, so
no.
December, did you?
Mine was very unique. I got married on the 14th of February.
Oh,
okay, but let's not go there.
Whoa.
Let's go there. So,
Faisal, that is romantic.
I don't know. It happened by chance.
14th of
February. And you know why it happened on that day? That was the only day the hall was available.
Oh, what a day. You were lucky.
Yeah.
Well, normally the 16th of December is a very, very famous time
Yes.
for weddings.
Mhm.
26th as
Yes.
well.
Yep.
25, as you say, always a miss. But do you remember those weddings? Because sometime, Faisal, we didn't even know who was getting married,
No,
but
no,
we
as long as
attended
you-
them.
As long as you got your Kit Kat chocolate, you were happy.
Not just the Kit Kat chocolate,
And then you get flash with
the,
the chows.
the chow as well.
And
you
then
know.
stood behind the chair and
Yeah.
waited for the guy to get up.
Well, that was an important part, is that the weddings, they were grand affairs. People would have their clothes on. There'd be henna ceremonies. You have biryani, samosas, sweetmeats. There'd be a kawali as well, maybe the
Yeah.
night before and stuff
Mhm.
like that. There, and quite often, Faisal, on the 16th, because so many people were getting married and we had so many halls in town.
Hmm.
Some people would walk from one wedding to the next.
Yes. Yes.
No
Mhm.
need for a car, because
No, no. The
our
halls are
dad,
quite close.
uncles didn't have cars in town.
Yeah, and the halls were quite close to each other. too.
Exactly. So if you were at Anjuman and there was a wedding at Orient, you
Yes.
would sort of
Just walk
2,
down.
3, 4 of the guys would sort
All
of walk
together,
down
yeah.
to Orient, get out there and have something to eat. And these weddings during that time also was special
Mhm.
because weather dictates your memory as well.
Yep.
You'll always remember when it's cold, you'll remember
Mhm.
something about winters gone by.
Yeah.
When it's hot and humid, you'll then say, hey, you remember that time, Asif,
And
when
that-
you were sitting with a vest on and
But at
sweaty?
that time, our halls were not air conditioned.
Nope, not at
Some
all.
of them were lucky if some of them had fans.
Not at all.
Yeah, but if they had fans, but I don't think
you
air
just
con-
you just accepted it
Yeah, yeah.
and you went and find a shady spot.
Yep.
Or stood up and
Yeah.
after you ate and whatever you. But weddings were famous in Anjuman School because it was right in the inner city. It was in town. There were
Yeah.
other halls as well. There was St. Anthony's Hall. There would be
Bolton Hall,
weddings.
yeah.
There was Bolton Hall. That's right, Bolton
Mm.
Hall. That was on the corner of Prince Edward Street and
Yeah,
Albert Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
But
we had
do
halls in
Yeah.
Carlisle Street as well.
Do you remember anyone getting married at Avalon Cinema?
Nope.
I heard somebody told me once there was weddings there.
In fact, one of the WhatsApp messages we got a
A
few
while
shows ago,
back.
a while
Yes,
back, yeah.
that's right.
They refer to it.
So weddings was very famous, and I'm fully aware that there's thousands of people anniversary on the 16th, and not only of the Islamic faith, all faiths.
Yep.
You sometimes, Faisal, you had to go to a wedding in church.
Yes.
You had to go to a wedding. Maybe it was just after the temple, so you didn't go to the temple. You went to
Yeah,
the hall,
To the hall, yeah.
but you knew it was that type of wedding,
Yeah.
and you knew what chow you were going to get,
yes,
Faisal.
yes,
know,
definitely.
If it was, Rajan and his thing, it was going to be veg. You're going to be there.
Or a veg biryani with some milk.
I do remember there used to be weddings on a Monday night at Orient
Mhm.
because we used to come back from training and just pop in there to
Pop
eat
in
the
there.
whole team. That's 14 of us. Imagine Asif at Orient.
Yeah.
Hey,
Walking with your
14.
kid bags. With your kid bags,
Now,
yeah.
let's be practical about this. Were you invited if you got football boots on and a jersey
Definitely not.
and a shorts on?
No, definitely
to
not.
the
We were
wedding?
definitely passing by.
And you know what? When you sat down, Faisal,
Yeah.
they served you.
Yeah, it did, definitely.
They put the plates out.
Yeah.
The naans came out.
Yep.
Chicken leg curry was there.
Yeah.
It was so there was these weddings in December that was important because it was the heat of the wedding. You
Yeah.
were sitting there, you had a suit on. Those days, not many people dressed with kurta. You wore a
No, that
suit,
time the
you wore a
suit, formal.
tie.
I mean, you know, if you look at all the old pictures,
You wore
especially
top
for
here,
parents,
that's
for
right.
parents, in every photograph, I know my dad was immaculately dressed,
Yes.
but like all the rest of them in the photograph,
Faisal,
you know, if you could, yeah,
Faisal, those days, if they went down to the shop to buy something, they had their coat on.
yeah, they made sure.
They were immaculately dressed
Yes.
just to go to the tea room.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my grandfather wouldn't go out the house without his hat.
Yeah, yeah.
And whenever he would see somebody, he would dip his hat or a lady or something.
Yeah.
Different class.
And today you go on to social media, even not bothered what you're wearing.
Exactly. Oh, we're talking about that. But the shopping, Faisal, because now let's talk about the specials during the December period.
Yeah.
Remember the jewelry shops will be having like a gold chain going
Yeah.
for a special price
Mhm.
and clothing. They would be wanting to, because everybody gets their bonus.
Yes.
And you remember the Sassel guys used to come back during December
Mm-hmm.
from most of the colored guys.
Yes.
And Grey Street was primed for them. All those MacIver shirts.
Yes.
All those Bostonian shoes.
Yeah.
So they knew that these guys are coming and they knew that they had pounds with them. So they were going to really get a hold of
Go
them
for it.
and actually, get them to buy a whole lot of stuff.
Yep. There's a few WhatsApp messages come
Yeah,
through.
go
I'm showing you
for
the first one. I'm not sure if you read the salams. How are you guys? Juma Mubarak. DJ, this holidays was lovely. Have you read that? Okay, we've read that. Okay, sorry about that one. Okay, I think the next one's more for you to read.
Says Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa
Oh.
barakatuh. Let's get back to that one. Basil and Buddy, I hope you are well. Alhamdulillah, we good. My God, Central Town is finished. Klar. What a mess. We are now the disadvantaged ones.
Mhm.
What a joke like Friday, Saturday nights used to be. For
What a
most,
joy.
What a joy, sorry.
Yeah.
For most ex-town guys, our meeting place for years now is Food Express in Overport, opposite the Shell Garage. We meet Friday and Saturday nights. Indeed, Food Express, good food there as well.
Salam's a brilliant program. Remember the paper plates and cups? Qasim Muhammad Jassad, this comes on. Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely.
So,
Of course.
Faisal, I must state though, certain parts of town, Carlisle Street, Lawn Street, Prince Edward Street, still has a beautiful ambience. There's no doubt about it. I think what we got to also be mindful of that it's not all dangerous.
No.
It's just you could be mugged in Durban North.
You can be mugged anyway.
So you just got to be wise.
Yeah.
You got to be clever. If you walk in late in the night and you see a group of guys, maybe don't head towards them or something like that. But the point is that I've taken a lot of photos recently, and for the life of me, I'm not trying to document the dirt or the grime.
No.
I take a photo of that
positive.
space.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Mhm.
A lot of times those photographs, people have commented and says, wow, this must be an old photograph because it's so clean.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Mhm.
Not really. There are times where it does get messy, but there are times where it is pretty clean.
Mhm.
The point I was trying to make was that the garbage on the road that looks like 200 cars went over it
Yeah.
was there because the council
Did
worker
not.
did not do his job.
Mhm.
It wasn't because the people that lived there
Yes.
threw a bag of garbage
No,
on the street.
definitely not.
Nobody where you live wants to make things bad. So we need to get those things in perspective that, yes, town is really finished. Town is klar, as they put it. But that's due to a whole lot of other circumstances in that maybe back then we had the council taking
care of
things.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Good Hope Center. When I went there this week, it didn't look sparkling at all.
Yeah.
I used the word sparkling purposely.
Mhm.
Good Hope Center was swept every corridor twice a day.
Yes, I recall that.
Morning and afternoon.
Mhm.
You'd have a guy who was almost like family to us because they worked there for so long.
Yes.
He would sweep the corridor, and behind him would be a guy with the same big long broom, but that broom was wrapped up with a cloth.
Yes, I can recall
And
that.
he would shine
Shine
the
the-
corridor. So, when I see that and today, it's like, why couldn't that continue?
Yes. And
You know,
from
why
today,
couldn't it
they've got the fancy
continue?
machines, etc. They can do it.
Absolutely. Now, street life, Hazel, because that's where we hung about on the streets and
Yeah.
stuff like that. There, I don't remember my friends going and buy serve nuts, to stand on the street and eat. It wasn't a thing. We lived off. What did we eat? I don't know what we ate. We maybe went upstairs home,
You just
ate
ran
and
upstairs.
came downstairs.
Yeah, just-
Because it wasn't like we weren't wanting to buy, Faisal. We
Yes,
didn't
yes.
have money.
Definitely.
There was times we'd stand downstairs the entire day and you didn't have 1 cent in
in
your
the pocket.
pocket. But you were fine. You knew
Yeah,
your home
okay.
was upstairs.
Yes,
You'd go
definitely.
upstairs.
And
But-
somebody will go up and they bring a couple items down as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And people shared, eh?
Yes, we always
People
share.
shared. But the
Always.
hawkers, they were selling things, as I said earlier on, like lychees,
Mhm.
mangoes,
Mhm.
even mealies.
Yes, yes.
And that's where the mess comes. They would peel those
yeah.
mealy things out. See if you've seen it today.
Yep.
And just throw it all over
Throw
the
it all
show,
over, yes.
It happened when we were there as well.
Yes, but they cleaned up after.
They cleaned up afterwards.
Before they left, they
but
cleaned
who
up.
cleaned up afterwards?
There's a,
Maybe the guy,
no,
but the council also came in and cleaned up.
The council
And that's lacking.
the street sweepers. Okay, and
There's a
message comes
message.
from MH again. I remember whether it was a wedding, mold, or a funeral. They served dal gosh, rice, kheer, and kachumber, aluminium plates and cups. I remember paper plates will be served individually by someone that came around and poured you juice or water, dished rice and dal, etc. for you. Table had just trestle paper. Not sure if you experienced. Yes, definitely.
Well, you know what, Faisal, let's talk
Mhm.
about that quickly.
Yeah.
Because do you remember they have the trestle
Yes.
and there'll be one uncle and
well,
he's
yeah.
the foreman.
Yes. Yes.
You know, he brings us, he say, come here.
Yeah.
You have a
Hold it.
guy who'll put the trestle, put the
Yeah.
whole roll,
Mhm.
and the big guy stand at the end.
Hold
And
it.
he will throw it,
yeah.
and it'll roll all the way to the end. That
And
guy will catch
yeah,
it,
everyone
put
takes
it,
cover.
and he with his hand.
Yeah.
That's
Wrap
it.
up. Yeah.
Within
And to the next thing.
seconds, plates were on the
Somebody
table.
was just flinging the paper plates.
Absolutely, cups were on the table. Then the foreman, he will say, "Dol, come here. Bring the." People will come through.
But that foreman was sharp. You got served very fast.
Oh. And you know what I always talk about is the guy with the water.
Yes.
Because he will come afterwards.
Mm.
So the uncles will be eating, and then you'll get one uncle. You don't have to say anything. You just go,
Yeah.
You knew that mean water.
Water.
He will come with the water, pour the water, and it'll drip on the other uncle's back on his pants. And that uncle, too, Faisal, didn't have to say anything. He just gave that boy one look.
One day it was
And
gone.
that boy was like, oh, sorry, uncle. Sorry.
Yeah. I must say that he was about 6 or 7 years old then. As years passed, then came the paper plates, cups, etc.
Okay, so the aluminium plates were before
that, yes.
the paper plates and
Yes.
the paper cups.
Yes.
Were they? We thought there was paper plates forever.
Yeah. 06090411056. You're listening to the let's call it the Casbah show. Huh?
Yep, that's right. Echoes of the
Echoes of the
Casbah.
Casbah, yeah.
And we right here at the Al Ansar Souk.
And it's in the very close to the Casbah as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We had the Durban Exhibition Center. It is the 30th anniversary of the Durban Summer Souk. And it's all happening here. So
And 30 years is Pearl edition, eh?
It is a Pearl edition.
Absolutely. Well, Faisal, also during this December period, shops extended their times.
Yes.
So they were open at 7 in Grey Street.
Yeah,
Do you
in
remember?
fact,
7 o'clock.
Yes. And the one message we got said they were open until 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Well,
I
could
recall
be
it. Yeah.
Could be
Especially on the
Friday.
On the Friday or the eve of
Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. Exactly. Yeah. But then we had the hawkers there, Faisal. Do you remember them selling socks?
Yes.
Hankies?
Yes. Anything that they could sell, they sold.
That's right.
And they sold because people somehow tend to buy everything.
But they made a living from that.
Yes,
These
definitely.
were men that had families.
Yes.
And they were selling socks and they were selling handkerchiefs and they had like a crate. And then after a while, you knew these guys as well.
Yeah.
They were either in school with you or something like that.
Sometimes you join them to help them to sell.
We just stood there.
helped
And you had
them.
a small chat with them.
Yes.
And you would go, anything you remember that you bought during December?
Specifically,
yeah. Where you got like a bargain or as we would call it in a luck. Faisal, you remember? Remember when you would say, go to your friends with that thing, you say, yo, I eat a big luck.
It's a big luck. That aubergine pants coming in my mind.
That's your...
No, but I'll be honest with you. The thing that where I did hit a big luck, if I put it, you should get those tapered shirts, bodyfoot shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I remember it was in Prince
Where you
Edward
bought it from? Mr. Carnaby?
No. This was in Prince Edward Street. I think it was D. Ambaram, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I was very excited because I bought the shirt and he told me, look, I'm going to get it tapered for you so it can be bodyfoot. Not that I had a body.
Sure.
Not that I had a body.
I can picture that one now.
I remember the color of it. It was bluish with light blue stripes.
But did you have it buttoned like in the middle and open all the way?
No, there's nothing to show on that. Because they didn't have that gold chain to go.
Those were the, you know, we also had inside information in town.
Yeah.
You know, you would always get the aerials as they would put it.
We what you call it, intelligence.
Yeah, D. Umbran will have a sale.
Yes.
And the sale is going to be like in about a month's time.
Yeah, but
and we already knew, don't buy anything now.
Yes.
Because D. Umbran going to have that same Bostonian at like half the price.
Yeah. And what made me remember the shirt was two of my friends, they were tailors.
Okay.
Right? And they had suggested the shirt and they had suggested how to taper it. So it was quite exciting because you got the experts that are advising you. You know what I mean?
December being December holidays and what have you. We came up to New Year's, Faisal. Between Christmas and New Year, there's a bit of that lull.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it picks up again
the
2 days before.
30th and 31st.
Yeah, the 30th and 31st. It starts to pick up again. It's going to move towards New Year's Day. Post New Year's Day.
Yeah.
What's the first depressing thing that you see?
Back to school.
Faisal, you hit it on the head.
No, I know.
Back to school.
Back to school. No, when are we going to
I
new
see.
shop? Yeah.
You walked into game, and the first sign
You
you
get
saw
them
was like
school books.
back to school.
Oh, God.
And then the first thing you started calculating, hey, we got like 7 days
7
left,
days left or
and
14
we're
days left.
back in school again. That back to school was a killer.
Hey.
You know what I saw about 2 weeks ago?
Mhm.
Back to school. Like before
really?
2 weeks before
Mhm.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Back to school. But then obviously schools are ending off quite soon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There. But Faisal, you know, at that time during December, whilst we all lived together in the Casbah, we all were diverse in our religions.
Mhm.
We had a common feeling, respect for
Yes.
each other.
Mhm.
That we would transcend past New Year's and then move towards our own individual religious
Mhm.
festivities. I think straight after New Year's at that time, if it wasn't like now Ramadan is going to be
Yes,
coming up
yes,
straight
yeah.
after New Year's,
Mhm.
the first normal one would be Easter weekend.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
if Ramadan was in between then, like it's
Mhm.
going to be now.
Yeah.
So we also moved towards those things, and the wheel just turned, isn't it?
Yes.
We
yes.
just, you know, moved from that whole festive period into a bit of normality,
Mhm.
if you can call it the Casbah area normal.
Yes.
It was certainly not normal. And then we moved towards back to school,
Mhm.
dad's back to work,
Yeah.
business times more or less back to normal.
Mhm.
If you were working throughout the week, it was now only Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
If he needed you,
Yes.
because maybe you were just extra help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it would be no job.
Yes.
And we accepted that. We moved on.
Mhm.
And then before we knew it, December was here again.
Yes.
It was
yes.
just, you know, but when we were the 12, 13, 14, 15, Faisal, it took ages for one December to the other. I want to ask you the question
More
now,
than ages.
Faisal.
Sorry?
I want to ask you the question now. So when we were 15,
Mhm.
from one December to the next December, because that's how we judge the year. School
Yes.
closed to school
Mhm.
closed. It was like, it took 3 years.
Yes.
I want to ask you the last 5 Decembers, do you remember what you did?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I was just telling somebody, I
Exactly.
still remember
Yeah.
our Souk last year. You know, it's still fresh in my mind, and
Yeah.
already we had the next Souk.
Yeah.
I mean, before you know it, the
Well-
years just passed.
Well, the strange thing was that I opened my Facebook, the memory thing, and the thing popped up, and it was all of us here at the Souk, and there was one of the not a game. It was they had a bull, and if you sat on that bull and that bull bucked and moved,
yes.
and you could. Otherwise, you were thrown off. Yes,
Mhm.
and all the presenters were there. There was myself, Nishal, Siraj Basa. All of us were
Yeah.
there, and
It was over here.
it was here. It was
Okay.
here. It was out there.
There's something that you call it. I just can't get the
Yeah,
name right
a
now.
rodeo type.
Rodeo
thing.
type
But
thing, yeah.
but listen to this, Faisal. It was 10 years ago.
Wow.
10 years ago, 2015. And I'm like, no ways, man. That was just the other day.
Yep.
2015.
Yeah. The days
So
just-
time really flies, Faisal.
Yes.
And yep, it's also time for us to get out of here.
To round up. Yep.
Yep. Thank you very much for sharing this time, the space with us again. A little bit later today, because obviously, just bear with us. Al Ansar is going to bring you all the shows, but obviously with the Souk, we're going to try and make it as best as possible to bring as much as possible to you as well, Faisal.
Mhm.
Isn't that what's going to happen?
Definitely. Definitely. And please, bear eyes, make your way to the Durban Exhibition Center where we are
Absolutely.
hosting the Durban Summer Souk, an absolutely beautiful event. And you know, it's only 30 Rand entrance fee, and you're getting so much for it.
And
So-
come through to the craft fair as well.
Yes.
You know,
Go and meet some of your presenters.
yes, exactly. Meet the presenters, meet the guys that make it happen behind the
Mhm.
scene, like Asif here.
Yep.
You know, come up and have a look at our technician, see what happens. You know, he'll open the door for you. Obviously, you can't touch anything, but have a peek inside. You know, I'm sure he'll allow you to have a good look. It'll be something that'll be really, you know, and then you're going to see your favorite presenters,
Mhm.
and you're going to be able to put a face to the voice. But thank you very much for sharing this time, this space with us on a lovely Friday evening. Echoes of the Casbah, inshallah, every Friday night. We'd love to hear from you. So do continue sending those
WhatsApp
messages to us as
Mhm.
well. Thank you, Faisal.
I'm going to be back with you tomorrow morning, inshallah, at 8 o'clock. That's if I manage to wake up at 10.
That's right. And I'm at
Rise and shine.
that's right. I'm going to be at 3 p.m. kicking off because football kicks off indeed as well.
We're having some of those matches live. I'm not supposed to say this, but we're
Yes.
going to be having them on a big screen here
That's
as well.
great. Yeah, so come on down. You can get that.
Yep.
I know the Manchester United game is on live right now, Newcastle Manchester United game. So we're going to head out there, probably have a look.
Yeah,
but
so, buddy, when you're doing your show tomorrow, each time you want to see the score, you're just going to step out of the craft, look at the big screen, and tell them, I see 3-0.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing you, inshallah, here at the Souk.
From myself, Faisal MJ Sulaiman.
And Buddy Governor.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
barakatuh.
हालात बदल जाते हैं आका